Hey Jeff here, your YouTube reviewer of New England brews, and welcome back. Today, a beer from Vermont, one of Vermont's better known breweries. This is the Long Trail Brewery of Bridgewater Corners, Vermont, and this is the Long Trail IPA. This is an unfiltered, all natural beer, and it's been brewed since the brewery itself began operating in the 1990s. It's a fairly well-known beer outside of Vermont and outside of New England in general. Long Trail has a pretty good distribution system in place, so a lot of their beers get out to a wider group of beer lovers than some beers in New England do. But this one, though, has a nice little label on it, very Vermont looking, an old farm side type building along a brookside and some rocks, a country setting, very Vermont-like. This is an English IPA, and the ABV on this is 5.9%. So there's the Long Trail cap, which comes with all of their beers. And I'm going to get right into it now. Take the cap off and pour it into a glass, which I hope, since I'm sitting out in the outside, hope I didn't get any bugs in the glass. It looks pretty clean to me. So let's give it a pour. Again, this is unfiltered, so right off the bat, even before I finish pouring the entire thing, I definitely see a good cloudy, hazy, very unfiltered look to it. The color comes in at, I'd say kind of an orange amber tone with a pretty good fuzzy, foamy white head. Maybe due to the way I poured it, but also maybe just au naturel. There's a fairly good carbonation quality going on. Tiny little bubbles moving upward through the glass. So it's really a nice looking beer and seems to really fit the bill for the way an IPA should look. Let's give it a whiff. This is naturally carbonated, they say, on their website. Now, I'm getting not as much strength in the hops as I might otherwise get from some IPAs I've had. It's more of a sweeter type flavor. The malts are on the thinner side, but at the same time, you're not getting that overwhelming hoppy aroma that frequently accompanies an IPA. I'm noticing some hops in there, but I guess I was expecting something to kind of blow up at me, often the way IPAs do as far as I'm concerned. But I'm getting, for the IPA, I'm sorry, for the hops I'm getting, it's kind of a piney, earthy hoppiness. Maybe a little bit of a citrus note going on, sort of grapefruit and earthy, which fits the environment I'm sitting in right now. But I also noticed it's just not as strong as I thought it might be in the aroma, but that's all right. Let's give it a taste. It has medium body, maybe. Definitely not a light body, between light and medium. Not watered down, somewhere between light and medium, I would say. Now the hops are coming out a little more vibrantly in the taste than they did in the aroma. It took a second. At first I had this kind of sweet sensation going on, some nice malts and some grains and some sweetness, and then all of a sudden in the second sip the hops came on a bit stronger the second time around. So second time's the charm. But there's also definitely a sweetness here. Nowhere near as bitter as a lot of IPAs are, and that might be a good thing. Some people really like their beer hopped up to the point where the hops just kind of, make you pucker up, and that's all you taste in the beer from start to finish, from swallowing it to the entire beer. And other times it's more subtle, kind of like this one is. Subtle but noticeable. It's very fresh, very clean. It's really, a sweeter IPA. This is the kind of IPA that might appeal to a lot of newcomers to the world of craft. Those who are not real connoisseurs of beer, who can really distinguish between the different characteristics of a beer. Someone who might have been drinking other nationally known beers for a long period of time, and they're looking to try something new, trying to expand their horizons for the first time. And an IPA is one of those kind of beers that people often turn to the first time around because they're very well available, and so many different breweries make them. So a good mixture of sweetness and bitterness. And now I'm getting some yellow jackets around me. Maybe that's the sweetness from the beer that's cropping up. So before I get stung or something, I think I'm going to finish this off and head on out. So thanks for stopping by. Oh, by the way, before I say thanks for stopping by, this is the Long Trail IPA. Now, thanks for stopping by. I'll catch you again next time.